My goodness, the lighthouse, I'm singing. You will lead me back to my shore. Good morning! Carrie, what a beautiful song. Thank you for sharing it. And Marianne saying, Sally the camel has 10 humps all day. Go, Sally, go. Oh, so fun, so fun. I so love you guys. This has just been the absolute best. So, relationships, right? So when we are healthy, vibrant, mentally, spiritually, physically, then and only then, when we love. Good morning. Oh my God, I love you. Are you laughing at my singing? What? Say what? Oh God, yes. Anyways, so when we get to that beautiful place of true self-love and self-respect, and we put ourselves first, and we make sure that, you know, if your cup does not runneth over, then your cup does not have enough to give to others. And you know, that energy of high vibration and your big ass aura that says, you know, you are the lighthouse. You are that pillar of values and of strength and of light that exudes, that says, you know, I'll help anybody as long as they're gonna do the work, or you know, hang out with like-minded people. So when we're healthy, when we're truly healthy. Now, anybody else read Melody Beattie's Codependent No More? Right? I will tell you, in that era of growing up in service, and what Melody Beattie really speaks to, good morning. What Melody Beattie really speaks to is that codependency is really about trying to control other people. And what a smack that was for me, because you know, in my own little fear-based, I'm not good enough, I would try to be everything to everyone else. Everything somebody else needed so that they liked, loved, and accepted me, and that they needed me in their life. Yeah, hard pill to swallow. And then anytime that after I, you know, create this ridiculously dependent relationship, then when I would say, oh, by the way, I need something, right? It's like, what? What do you mean you need something? And that is the essence of codependency. And we attract people who need maybe a little more love and care because that's what makes us feel good. So then we try to create this perfect little universe for them so that they don't, you know, need to drink or do whatever it is that they do. So codependent no more, hallelujah, right? Lighthouse. You know what? I know who I am. I am the essence of my own choices. I am responsible for exactly who and what I am. And I am crazy in love with who and what I am. Good morning. Hi, beautiful neighbor. How are you? So really the essence of relationships begin with that relationship with ourselves, right? Our first relationship is with our mother. And as a mother, you know, healing some of that has been a really big thing in my life, because I haven't hidden the fact that as magnificent of a woman as my mom is and was, very successful. She was, you know, a justice of the peace. She was court administrator. She always had a side hustle. My mom, you know, owned the flower shop, and then my mom owned a restaurant out at the airport, where people still talk about my mom's meatloaf sandwiches when I see them. She was such a hardworking woman. But, you know, as a mom, there was some really tough stuff. And so, I mean, we all fall short somewhere sometimes. And the best we can do is apologize and say, hey, you know what? Like my, you know, guilt chamber with my own boys. It's like, you know, I did the best I could, you guys. I'm sorry. I love you. and my boys get it, you know? So it's awesome. So rockin' relationships. When we are that lighthouse, when we are not getting beat up as the lifeboat in the storm of life, when we're not out there in the beating, I mean, we stand in the storm, we're part of, you know, but we just shine our light and we stand really strong in our own values, and we don't go towards the darkness. We stand in the safety and the light, and we just invite, you know, safety and solace and you know, shelter to those that are, you know, in the chaos and the storm. So once we accomplish, you know, that self-love and that actual who I am, the things you should expect when you are in a relationship with somebody who really does have that strength of character, who says, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know where I'm going. And if you want to walk beside me right here, come on, let's go. But if you want me to carry you, or if you want to push me back, or you want to pull, or, you know, or make us dim our light and play small and lose our authenticity, right? Unapologetic, authentically you. 5 things that you can expect in a healthy relationship. Number 1, always, is respect, right? Care and respect. Those are the balance of nurture and allow, right? That's the number 1. Number 2 is independence. When we stand in our own value, we don't need somebody else to make us happy. We just love sharing with somebody else who's already happy. And everybody has a bad day. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has grief and loss and, you know, all of those things. But honestly, to be independent, a whole person on your own versus to have people to make one unit that may be magnificent, but then when pulled apart is devastating, right? So that is super important. Number 3, debate. And I love this one. So for me, for my entire life, shrunk from confrontation, from any sort of, I was so quick to just avoid. I did that energy that, you know, if there's just the slightest, and I mean, like, right, as kids, there was my brother Clint. He's 10 months older than me. Can you guys see me? Am I like shrinking here? My brother Clint, good morning, hi you. My brother Clint is 10 and a half months older than me, and he was middle child all day long. He was my parents' challenge child. So we lived in Queen Charlotte City on Haida Gwaii, and he and I each had half of Queen Charlotte City, which is along the ocean, so very like one road, very stretched out, and we each had half of the paper route to deliver. Well, we would leave our house at 3:30 and I would be back by 5:15, and my brother would come walking through the door about 10:30 with random cage of ducks, you know, or he would just end up we had this Mark's Cafe in Queen Charlotte City that Mark made the most amazing food and desserts, and my brother would go sit there and talk to her for hours. And you know, we didn't have cell phones, and you just wouldn't know where he was, and so he would come through the door and my brother would get the belt. And I would stand there and cry and try to, you know, I would try to control. That's that codependent. I would try to be, you know, in between, or just try to, you know, Clint, it's okay, because, you know, you did this or whatever, right? And I mean, my brother, oh, he's a delightful human, but he was just that kid. And I have one of those kids too, that just doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter how much you discipline, they just march to their own drum, and that's how it is. So debate is a healthy thing. We each have our own set of values and our own opinions, and to be able to have a conversation about something that you don't agree on and still respect that other person as having their opinion and to listen to each other and to choose to either agree or to continue to disagree. It's just such a beautiful thing to be like, meh, okay, you know, and there's such power in not feeling beat up by that. It's like, no, I don't agree with you because blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, well, yeah, you might have a point there, but I still don't. Right? And carry on. 4, love. Love and passion is something that when you love yourself fully, wholly, and, you know, with dignity, etc., giving love, sharing love, feeling love, and when you feel loved and heard and respected back, right? That flow of reciprocal. When we get into unhealthy relationships, then that's when that whole thing gets a little twisted. But you know, the whole truth of when you're the lighthouse. And number 5 is determination. Absolutely, that drive to be the best that each can be and then to come together to share it. Determination to accomplish everyday goals that we set for ourselves, and then those big, hairy, audacious, top of the mountain goals, and know every single day that we are making progress. Because I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, when you're just existing and you're in the chaos and you're on the cortisol hamster wheel of life out in the storm and you're in fear and in the, you know, the darkness of frustration and unknown, it's like, man, you wake up every day and it's just like, you don't want to get out of bed because today's just the same as yesterday. Not when you are the lighthouse. When you're the lighthouse, even though in reality, a lighthouse is just weather every storm, they just stand there. But really, 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 that, you know, acknowledgement of self-worth and self-value and accomplishment and just every day being just a little better. You know, one of my coaches, and I'll share this down the road, about how we tell ourselves, we set ourselves up each day in you know, to be successful. What does that look like? And that will be another day because it's a lot longer than a 2-sentence or 3-sentence, but I will share that, how our language and how we set ourselves up to, so talking about habits and bad habits, etc., and just how, what does it look like for you to feel successful? So you think about that, because we will in the next short while, because every time I say tomorrow we're going to, then it changes because I just, yeah, I know. So we will visit that though. It is very powerful. It is one word change will change everything about how successful you feel at the end of every single day. Magic, you guys, magic. This is why we have coaches. This is why our billionaire coaches and our mindset coaches and our average sucks coach is so helpful. So I hope your day is off the chart amazing. I hope you go out there, live your absolute, truest, most authentic, unapologetic self, and be full of yourself, as Oprah says. If you are overflowing with you, perfect. That's exactly who you need to be. So I love you. I'm so happy to get to hang out with you. I appreciate you more than you know, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, darling.